I'm gonna keep this short and sweet because I'm not gonna lie to you, my camera's about to die. J. Cole dropped, and he addressed some things, and I just want to talk about it real quick. So for the people who don't know, J. Cole released a song addressing the situation that happened between Drake, Kendrick, and himself. For some context, at the time that Kendrick released Like That with Future and Metro, J. Cole released 7 Minute Drill in his surprise album Might Delete Later. I could say around 2 to 3 days later, J. Cole comes back apologizing and backing himself out of the beef, which leads to the beef between solely Drake and Kendrick. People were criticizing him, calling him lame, calling him soft, he's not hip-hop, X, Y, and Z, but this track really explains something. Recently, J. Cole released Port Antonio, and this song addresses what happened between him, Kendrick, and Drake. Obviously, we know J. Cole to be like a lyrical prodigy. Like I said, he's a legend in my book, but he breaks down the situation in the third verse very intricately, and it's something that is conversation worthy. So in the track, he says, wait, let me just grab my laptop real quick. All right. So he says, I pulled the plug because I've seen where that was about to go. They wanted blood, and when it clicks, to make their pockets grow. They see this fire in my pen and say I'm dodging smoke. I wouldn't have lost a battle, dog. I would have lost a bro. I would have gained a foe, and for what? To attain some mo. Props to the strangers. I don't know a clue what I've been aiming for. As we can see,
I'm not a rapper.
That's just a few bars explaining the situation that happened. I'm most likely going to have it on screen what else he says, and if you want to read it, you could read it. The reason this sticks out to me is because it personifies exactly what J. Cole said in Middle Child. And I don't remember the lyrics, but he was like, he's not going to beef with somebody unless it's legit. It won't be for clout, it won't be for fame, or whatever it was. And he stood behind that. If you listen to 7 Minute Drill, it didn't sound authentic to the dynamic that J. Cole and Kendrick have with each other. It sounded very forced, very pushed. And I don't know if it's true that J. Cole got the call from Schoolboy or whoever to get out the beef, but you could tell in his heart of hearts, he wasn't really feeling it. Now, that didn't stop anybody else from calling him a clown or calling him lame or calling him soft or whatever it is. And let's be real, it was a soft move. But the fact that he was able to acknowledge, hey, this is not really in the heart of hearts. And he did that in concert, and he also did that with this song. He explained himself to be like, yo, this is not really me. And I know you guys want that, but I'd be lying to you if I said that I could do that. A good example that would be with the situation with Lil Pump, right? When Lil Pump was going around saying, fuck J. Cole, he was throwing shade at him in KOD. It was something legit. He wasn't doing that for clout. He was really giving him some OG advice in the music game. And look at Lil Pump now, posted up with Trump. All he did was just prove J. Cole right with, what he's doing now. But to get back to the topic at hand, I remember I said that J. Cole was copying Please. And he still is, in my opinion. This song really personifies why he was copying Please. And in my opinion, it really connects to Middle Child. The beef didn't really have much to do with J. Cole. Was J. Cole really mentioned? Yes, he was mentioned, especially with the first person shooter song and stuff like that. But it was really none of his business. And he really backed out because J. Cole shows himself to be a peaceful individual. He literally bike rides in Garden City. He's really about the peace. And he addresses that in his music. I think the culture is really trying to push a lot of hate towards Cole when his music has been consistently good. And yes, did he do something soft? Admittedly so, but he still showed himself to be a very, very good artist and a very consistent artist in terms of his music, in terms of his production, and in terms of his discography. So I guess this is just my plea for saying, take it easy on Cole, y'all, because he does not deserve all of this. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents on it. If you agree, you could, let me know. If you don't, it's all good. We could talk about it. But, I like J. Cole. I'm not going to say he's one of my favorite, top 3, but number 3. No, he's not. He's none of that. But he's really a consistent artist, and he really is one of my favorite artists growing up to. I cried to this album, bro. 2014 Forest Hills, I cried to that album when I heard it the first time. And not a lot of people, not a lot of artists can do that for me. That's just my 2 cents of the situation. I'm sorry for the voice. I was lit, bro. I was lit. I was in Utopia. I'm not gonna lie to you. So, shout out to the people I met at the concert, at the Travis Scott concert. We was lit. But yeah, if you like what you heard, if you like what I spoke about, hit that like button. If you don't, hit that dislike button. If you like what I'm doing, subscribe, lock in with me. I'm gonna be trying to push out more content or whatever. YouTube is telling me to do evergreen stuff to get consistent views or whatever, but I see that you guys like modern topics, so I have an evergreen video coming out soon. If y'all want to support it, or I'm not gonna lie to you, I might just post that first and then post this. But whatever the order is, if you want to support it, support it. If you don't want to, hey, you know, it's all good. Someone gonna like it anyways. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents with this whole J. Cole thing. So yeah, let me know what y'all think. All right, 3, 2, 1, boom.